Here we go.
So it'll be Chicago off the tip. LeBron James on the wing. The three, and he's good on the three ball.
Dangerous from the perimeter. LeBron is definitely a threat from that corner.
Morant with it, and Rose picks him up defensively.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Adebayo after LeBron James's miss. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the four without question.
And it's Giddey in the corner. From deep, Rose, another three for Chicago.
Hey, if Rose can hit that shot, those driving lanes just get wider.
In the corner, O'Neal with it. Fires for three. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Giddey. Here's Aldridge. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Shoots the three. Hachimura grabs the miss. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both.
Oh, here he comes. Goodness.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
Here's James. Driving inside. For three, Smith. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Giddey, following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. There's Rose with the three, and it's Shaq with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Wasted no time on that one. James has got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Pass to Smith. Outside, James. And it's Giddey in the corner. 5 to shoot. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Here's Giddey. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
For Charlotte, they had shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
One of the most explosive players to have ever entered this league. Morant shows out every night.
Back to Hamilton. Curry outside. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
The basket. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just plain unselfishly.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Chicago. To the left wing from deep LeBron. Another three for Chicago.
And you know James isn't thinking twice about that shot. He knows he has the green light.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And there's the three-point shooting ability.
And it's Greg Oden with the finish.
And nice take from Oden. Solid at creating that avenue there to the rim.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. Ron right side. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
It's stolen by Rodman. Nobody near Williams. The shot's good. Rodman making the play. Williams has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Charlotte. James. And again, Chicago. No good. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Chicago on defense. 7-point differential. Hachimura, no good. Here's Chicago. On the wing, Giddey. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte calls timeout. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. A three ball. LeBron shot is off. Charlotte trails by 7. Here's Hamilton. And the three off target. Here's Chicago. Well, Josh Giddey, an outstanding playmaker. We know that, Coach. Are we calling him a point forward or a 6'8" point guard?
To me, Kevin, he's a pure... Yeah, well, that's on the defense. They got to put out a little more effort to keep that from happening.
Outside Aldridge. Right side Rose. Shot clock at 5. From downtown, another three for Chicago.
And that's a shot Rose must make consistently. When he's making it rain from there, this team is hard to match up with.
There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Now, here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by LeBron. Over in the corner, Rose. Off target with his 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
LeBron with the block.
Come on now. That shot had no chance getting by LeBron.
Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Charlotte trails by 11. From deep, James. Oh, the shot is pure from LeBron.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Stewart. And again, no good by Chicago. LeBron, that's a 2. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And the foul on Derrick Rose.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
O'Neal high post. Oh, the size and the force of Shaquille O'Neal.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Giddy, no good. Charlotte trails by 4. O'Neal inside. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
To the middle. Here's O'Neal. Whoa!
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Here's Giddy. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Charlotte with it. Trailing by 2. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddy.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. They're great skill development programs showing in Giddy, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
That's a great trip. You always want to end up with those close looks.
Pass to LeBron. Five on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Shoots from the corner. And again, Chicago, no good. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
We have gotten used to this kind of dominance from Shaq. He just knows how to take over games.
So it's Rose bringing it up for Chicago. They're scoreless since the first half. And yes, it's good. Aldridge has got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Well, Aldridge has the seed planted and was set to fire. They just had to put the ball in his hands.
Outside Rose. Morant with the steal. Driving in. And it's sent back by Jokic.
No slouch on defense. Jokic sending it back in the paint.
Pass to Walton. Lock at 6. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. Walton's got the lead up to 2 now for Charlotte.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Sinks the triple. Rose has got 12 points in the game.
A sound decision maker with a reliable jump shot. Rose is more than comfortable in catch and shoot situations.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
You know, Jokic is an underrated defender. He's learned how to use his length.
The 3 ball by Morant.
3.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Pass to Giddy. Takes a 3. The rebound by Walton.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there. Trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Chicago trails by 4. Now here's Rose. With the drive from deep LeBron. It's rebounded by Charlotte. No one near James as he lets it go.
LeBron James
gets the three-pointer to fall. And so is Charlotte heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. outside Curry. Aldridge is straight. This one for three. Ross grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 7. Williams inside. And it's Darren Williams with the finish.
Oh, look at the elevation. Williams literally leaping at the chance for a slam.
Pass to Stewart. Here is Ross. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Back to Giddey. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And the big man, Odin, already so good at creating that call.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown. For sure.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Shooting while in rhythm, you like to see that aggressive approach.
Charlotte calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. O'Neal again bringing down the house.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Charlotte leading by 11. Williams outside. Puts it up from deep. It's stolen by Rose. O'Neal with the steal. Adebayo fires. And he hits the jumper.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage. Oh, pulling the strings, Darren Williams is a tremendous floor general.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Checking in for Charlotte, Greg Oden.
And stolen by Hamilton.
Richard Hamilton.
Adebayo with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Another chance. Can't get it. Chicago trails by 12. Giddey up top. Takes the three. It's good.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Morant.
And this kid's size is unreal. Odin isn't an easy one to guard.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here. There's 1:17 left in the game. The shot misses.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Launches it, and down goes the three.
And Derrick Rose, accustomed to carrying a team offensively, taking and making big shots down the stretch. Nothing new to him.
It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. Now, Adebayo. Oh, what a play inside.
Assisted by
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Morant takes off. Layup no good.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Charlotte calls timeout. They're up by 5. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Charlotte. Shaquille O'Neal. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And so it's Charlotte with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And so long, everyone.